We love to give our praises to
Yahweh
Yahweh,
Bahashem, Yahweh Shai.
double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the brothers of teaching truth and sincerity.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to go on the topic. We're gonna call it the art of dying. It's more, this isn't just not about a death type topic, but it's an art to it. It was a quote from Bruce Lee that kind of inspired it. But I'm gonna filter it through the. We gonna filter it through the scripture.
Oh, and and we believe that he wasn't actually a Moabite. That's like it's on a different it's like a different topic in itself. But yeah, as far as like he was like really like it's like a deep person, as well as far as like like the martial arts and all that. And even like a couple of his movies were on like the past like week, but
Yeah, what? Yeah. Got that.
Yeah, St. John 12:24
Mm-hmm.
says, Verily, verily, I say unto you, except a corn of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abideth alone. But if it die, it bringeth forth much fruit.
So that was going into like, if a corn of wheat, sometimes certain plants gotta die so it can bring forth much fruit. So read that back again.
St. John 12:24, verily, verily, I say unto you, except a corn of wheat fall into the ground.
So except the corn of wheat, fall into the ground so it can produce more fruit, keep on.
And die.
Yeah, and die.
It abideth alone.
Yeah.
But if it die,
so if it don't fall, if it just thinks of itself, well, I'm gonna just grow and just be a corn for my life. No, like, but it's deeper than that. It's an art to it. It was an art it was an art to it, man. The Most High is brilliant. He understood that certain plants, certain creatures, and even us, the Israelites, some of us gotta, leave, give up the ghost so we can bring forth other fruits, bring forth more people. It's an art too. So keep going.
It says, but if it die, it bringeth forth much fruit. It's verse 25. He that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal.
Right. So, that's what it was. And that's, of course, obviously, that's talking about Yahweh Shai. So, that was that scripture. And so what was the next scripture?
We had the one that's
in Second Corinthians 4.
You got it?
You got that?
No, I thought you were talking about the next verse.
The next scripture.
I got it.
Oh, you got it. Yeah.
All right, 2 Corinthians 4:8.
Mm-hmm.
We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair.
Mm-hmm.
Persecuted, but not forsaken.
Mm-hmm.
Cast down, but not destroyed.
Right. So we, when we came in this truth, we had to die in this world. Meaning we had to give up everything, and we had to forsake everything, and so that we can live, and live in this truth, but die in this world. But us dying in this world, we can help bring forth fruit. So we was getting germinated in the ground of this truth. So, and we trying to stay rooted, of course, bring forth fruit, and and keep pushing, keep our faith alive.
I got a quick precept on that.
Okay, come on.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 39. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it.
Go ahead.
So that's basically what the brother was the same thing he was going into. Basically, you gotta lose your life on this side to produce spiritual gain. For the other side, you can't always live just for what's in front of you. Living carnally, you gotta live for the spirit, and that's why I said we sacrifice our lives on this side to get that spiritual life.
Precept, if you don't mind. This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 22. That you put off concerning the former conversation, the old man which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. So like the Aqua was saying, you got to put off that old man. And it goes into definition of what's the old man. As a matter of fact, I'm going to let the scripture speak for it and then thoroughly try to break it down if you don't mind. It says, verse 24, and that you put on that new man, which after Yahweh, while Yahweh Shah is created in righteousness and true holiness. Wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members one of another. All right. So it says this: be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath, neither give place to the devil. Now, giving place to the devil would be, them temptations. You know what I'm saying? As we got to go through the furnace of affliction. Sometimes you might have family members that's still around you trying to give up smoking weed and shit, and they come around you with weed, or they got some pork. You know what I'm saying? Smelling good as fuck in the house, but you trying to fight them demons, man. You know what I'm saying? So you can't give place to the devil. Then it says, let him that stole steal no more, but rather let him labor, working with his hands, the thing which is good, that he may have to give to him that needeth. You know what I'm saying? Because the scriptures tell you to bear ye one another's burden. You know, talk about the brothers and whatnot. So all in all, you want to put off the old man. You know what I'm saying? Because like verse 29 says, let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth. Talking about profanity, anything that's not, anything that's outside of doctrine. That's the definition of profane. You know, it says, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers. You know, because that's the Aqua's going into. You want to be able to gather fruit. In order by doing so, you got to be well seasoned in this thing, man. You know, you can't teach if you don't know nothing. You got to listen first. As the Tyler Pines, one of his favorite scriptures to go to is that Ecclesiastes 5:1. You know, last but not least, it's like 2 or 3 more scriptures. It says, and grieve not the Holy Spirit of Yahweh, whereby ye are sealed unto the day of redemption. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. Yeah, the apostles and elders was going into about Nate, man. They was cutting his ass up, talking about he got a malicious soul because he out there pushing that old One West doctrine that they've been got rid of. That's another topic, but just saying, like the scriptures say, wisdom cannot enter into a malicious soul. But then, last but not least, verse 32, it says, and be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted. You know, like the scriptures say, the Lord gonna give you a heart of flesh and not a stony heart. You know, it says forgiving one another, even as Yahweh for Yahweh Shah's sake hath forgiven you. So that coincide, like we were watching a great video that the men of Valor put up about, but ye despise the poor. You know what I'm saying? Because Jake going through some shit on this side, whether they know it or not, they still are people. They still are brothers. You know what I'm saying? Brothers and sisters. So you got to be apt to teach them, but you also got to be willing to help them too, man. You know what I'm saying? Give them that spiritual food, and if they need be, if you got some, you know what I'm saying, to give, it won't hurt to give them, physical food too.
Hey, he got one lined up with that first scripture you found out too. Okay, you can just break it down.
All right, this 1 Corinthians 15 and 36, 37. Thou fool, that which thou sowest is not quickened, except it die. And that which thou sowest not that body that shall be but bare again. It may chance of wheat or of some other grain. But Salaki, let me read that again. This is 37. And that which thou sowest not that body that shall be but bare grain. It may chance of wheat or of some other grain. That's it.
Yeah, that basically what at the top I was going into, man. You know, certain, once again, brothers gotta understand the art of dying, man, and understand that it's not about you, you know, and it's about what you leave here, you know, that you gonna always live on through spirit anyway, you know. You got something?
It's Ecclesiastes 7 and 10. It says, say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? but thou doest not inquire wisely concerning this.
You got it.
Yeah, kind of. That's like the brother was saying, how you gotta, die in this world. You know what I'm saying? That's you'll have brothers that come in the truth and say that, the former days is better than these. You gotta walk the straight and narrow in the truth, or try to your best ability, and we gotta make brothers fall out, because the former days is better than these. They don't have the things that they used to have, maybe, material things, friends, family, just camaraderie with the world. You know what I'm saying? Everybody liking them,
Okay. Let's keep going in that tie.
Right. All right, 2 Corinthians 4:10.
Yeah.
Always bearing about in the body of the dying Lord, Yahweh Shai.
All right, always bearing about in the body the dying Lord of Yahweh Shai. Keep going.
That the life also of Yahweh Shai might be made manifest in our bodies.
Right. Cause he's the head of Zion. Now when you look at the word Zion it means a monument, basically. Like a remembrance of how to carry ourselves and conduct ourselves. So we are always bearing in the remembrance, but we know he of course he risen, but that still don't take away that he's still the head of Zion, which basically means like a monument, a temple. Yeah, that was good. Someone give Romans 5:15.
Okay. It's Romans 5:15. But not as the offense, so also is the free gift.
Keep going.
For if through the offense of one may be dead, much more the grace of the Most High and the gift by grace, which is by one man, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, have abounded unto many.
Keep going.
And not as it was by one that sinned, so is the gift. For the judgment was by one to condemnation, but the free gift is of many offenses unto justification.
Keep going.
For if by one man's offense death reigned by one, much more they which receive abundance of grace and of the gift of righteousness shall reign in life by one, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
Right. So we all just by one man offense came, death came. So just like one man, grace is going to come.
Yeah, and on a deeper level, like that also proves like reincarnation, like as far as your spirit being accountable, for the things that you do in the flesh when you return, because even I believe it's Paul who also called Yahweh Shai the second Adam, just that sound like a deeper level.
I was actually looking for that precept. I'm trying to get it right quick.
And I'll suck it. Because and there's also other small clues, like Yahweh Shai and the prophecy being called like the Prince of Peace, or in him his name being Solomon, which means peace, and also Melchizedek's the city he was king of was
Salem. Right?
Salem, which was also just small clues in there.
Sure. And Salem means peace.
Mm-hmm.
I got your precept. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse right quick. It's 2 Corinthians 15 and 22. It says no, not 22. It's in this chapter though.
You find it. Just keep going in there real quick.
All right.
This is verse 18, Romans 5:18. Therefore, as by the offense of one, judgment came upon all men to condemnation. Even so, by the righteousness of one, the free gift came upon all men unto justification of life.
Keep going.
For as by one man's disobedience many were made sinners, so by the obedience of one shall many be made righteous.
Right, because we all died, because we all went off, man. We didn't understand. We really didn't understand the art yet. We didn't understand why we couldn't live basically righteous, because you know, death came to enter the world, man. Sin came in, you know. So, but now since we under that grace period, now we understand we do it to the best of our abilities and follow the commandments and love the brothers that's before us, we can have a better chance than y'all, man, because there's an art to it, and so we learning how to draw, basically, So keep going. Read that part again. I read too.
19.
Yeah.
For as by one man's disobedience,
So one man disobedient, even though Adam really wasn't deceived, but it really was Eve, So keep going though.
many were made sinners.
Many was made sinners, us, Keep going.
So by the obedience of one
Uh-huh.
shall many be made righteous.
Right. So it was all set up into the spirit, man. Adam had to go off, but we all know who that was in the reincarnation. And Yahweh Shai had to, through Solomon, he had to go off again. He had to die, again. But just for us to learn, now we can actually go back and read where they messed up at. You know what I'm saying? Now we understand that art. All right, what was Solomon downfall? His women. Now we actually go read about them and actually know what the do's and don'ts. Oh, we understand. All right, it's cool to deal with the women. Just don't be on the phone. Just don't worship what they worship. Just keep them at a distance. Adam. All right, we can read about him. All right, now we know. All right, shit, man. Let's just stay away from the women, man. Let's just focus on these scriptures. So we can read about each brother disobedient. So now we know what to do, and now it's an art to it. Now we know if we die now, it's just all our own stupidity now, because the Lord left us examples on how to our paths now in life right now. So He made it easier for us now. He made it real easy for us now to serve Him. Righteousness.
Yeah, I think I'm about to bring something up.
Oh yeah, just the last part. Just finish that out.
It says, moreover, the law entered that the offense might abound, but where sin abounded, grace did much more abound.
Right. So read that again.
It says, moreover, Romans 5:20, moreover, the law entered, it's like the law entered that the offense might abound, but where sin abounded, grace did much more abound.
Grace did much more abound because we didn't have it fully though. Even though we don't regard it fully now, but we got it more than we had it then. Now it's really more grace now because we here in America, man. So grace is going to abound even more because it's like, this is America, man. This is the land of the place of drawing waters where we gotta serve motherfucking Edomites, and we coming back to our heritage. So basically, we starting over. So it was an art tour. We had to die. So guess what? We was reincarnated back here on the earth here in America. Of course, our mother and father had sex and had us. Brothers, stay with me, you scoffers. But what I'm saying is, we was dead, meaning before we came to this truth, and then we woken back up. Now we actually learning, and we striving in this truth, and grace is abounding even more abundantly now.
Hey, that's what he said. He said he came that we have life more abundant.
Yeah.
That's what it means, like to fully have that spirit in that cover. You was done with that?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, you got it.
Bring that out.
10. All right, it's Hebrews 2:10. For it became Him for whom are all things, and by whom are all things, and bringing many sons into glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through suffering.
Yeah, so through Him, basically He brought us into being His sons, and He made us perfect through His sufferings. Like He said, He came to be that perfect sacrifice. Because, to be forgiven for our sins back then, you had to sacrifice. So He came to be the perfect sacrifice for our sins because we couldn't do it by ourselves. Us just he wasn't satisfied with just animals, innocent animals being sacrificed for our sins. So, like he said, it's such thing as reincarnation according to these scriptures. So he came back to basically set the record straight because him being the first man, and like he said, he was Solomon also. It's that same spirit. Skip to 14.
All right. It's Hebrews 2:14. For as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took part of the same, that through death he might destroy him that had the power of death, that is the devil,
Keep going.
and deliver them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage.
So yeah, now we no longer had a fear of death. We know that he made us perfect and that our sins, like I said, like he had that covering that said we're gonna be made acceptable.
Kind
Somebody else wants to
Oh, it's good. Yeah. Matthew 17. Start at like start at 9.
Matthew 17:9. And as they came down from the mountain,
Start at 8. Slack.
that's from Matthew 17:8.
Mm-hmm.
And when they had lifted up their eyes, they saw no man save Yahushua only.
Right.
And as they came down from the mountain, Yahushua charged them, saying, tell the vision to no man until the Son of Man be risen again from the dead.
Keep going.
And his disciples asked him, saying, why then say the scribes that Elias must first come?
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Elias truly shall first come and restore all things.
Right. So that was it. They didn't understand that art of dying. This is an example because we know John the Baptist. Well, Elijah came back in the reincarnations at John the Baptist, right? Now keep going.
But I say unto you that you used to say Elijah.
Yeah.
But I say unto you that Elijah is come already, and they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them.
Keep going.
Then the disciples understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist.
Right. The Spirit came upon them like, damn, they got to be talking about John the Baptist. So this shows right here reincarnation, man. Because Elijah had he didn't really die. He was just really he just went to heaven, But he was just translated. I think Chariots came and got him, man. He just went to heaven, man. And like in the sight of Elijah, So he just went to heaven.
Alicia.
Alicia, yeah.
The word incarnation meaning being in the flesh. So reincarnation being brought back to the flesh. Spirit being brought back to the flesh.
God. Right. So, so the point was that John the Baptist came back, and he came back again on this side as our business, man. And he did exactly what he's supposed to have done, man. He died. He died in the flesh, basically, but he's still living in the spirit, man. He forsook his life so that many can bring. He brought forth much fruit. What's the fruit he brought back, man? All the apostles of Great Millstone, man. Came on showing them, man. So he showed them how to live and to basically die in this truth, knowing that you're going to come back because there's an art to it. You're always going to come back. It's an art to it, man. It's not just it. When you die, that's not it. It's more to it than you dead and you go to a funeral and your mama crying over your body and everybody, and then the next day, first is the funeral. No, first is the viewing, and then is the funeral, and then is the no, first is the showing, then the funeral, and then you bury the person. See, that's not how it was, man. But Isaiah 57:1. You know,
57 and
and,
1.
and as being a warrior in this truth, man, you gotta forsake this life, man. If you're a warrior in this truth, yeah, come.
This is Ecclesiastes 12:7. It says, then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua who gave it.
Oh yeah, right. So the Most High, the one who raised the spirits. So if you with the Most High, you you really ain't, you more than alive than ever. And the times we come into, I hope you better understanding the art of dying, meaning is an art to it, man, you know, there's an art to it, and it deals with you Israelites, man. If you live righteously, you die with an honorable death, you gonna come back in that honor too.
Hey, the script say better is the end of the thing than the beginning thereof.
Come
You already know once you're in the spirit, you can't transgress against the Most High. Everything is perfect. You're in the presence of Him when you're not here. So it's really nothing to fear to die, especially if you're living your life righteously. It's nothing to fear.
That's right.
You said 57 and 1?
Isaiah 57:1.
It says, the righteous perisheth, and no man layeth it to heart, and merciful men are taken away. None considering the righteous is taken away from the evil to come.
Right. So here it is. Now, it might be a reason why the Most High, let's say it's no R2, the Most High just want to take you out, just for you to escape all the sorrow that's gonna come, all the hell that's gonna happen to you. So He give you an honorable death in His truth.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like we had like someone who they gave up the ghost like in our camp, and it was like just like a couple days after Trump was elected.
Yeah, right.
Hey, in this next scripture, going into what I was just saying, too, on there on that Isaiah 57. This is Isaiah 57, verse 2. He shall enter into peace. They shall rest in their beds, each one walking in his uprightness.
Oh God, yeah, you walking in your uprightness, man. You know, you back in you in the spiritual bodies. You know, here it is. You will always be remembered as a man that with integrity, the one that feared the Lord, and you had a healthy fear of the Lord all throughout your life. You did the work. Even a brother like what's that brother name? Yeah, him. He cool brother. I watched a couple of his videos. Strong speaking dude. Strong speaking brother. He died with his integrity. He should always be remembered as he did the truth. He did what he had to do. It was an art to it. And guess what? He gonna come back in his honor. You know? I can't say nothing bad about the man.
Just because you get put to death or you give up the ghost.
Don't mean you wicked. Don't mean you wicked. It's always a wicked side to it, then there's always that righteous side to it. It's an art to it. And that's what I mean. You know, it's a beautiful picture on one side or it's an ugly picture on the other side, man. But a lot of you people not gonna see the big picture of it. You know, you 2/3 and the Edomites, they don't see the big picture of this truth. And some of you brothers, including myself, I gotta understand, when the time comes, I gotta understand the big picture. It might be more to it. Yeah, okay, I might be about to get put to death, but it's more to it than this, than me.
I got something for you on there, real quick. This is Isaiah 55:8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts are thoughts higher than your thoughts.
Right.
Like you said, you can't even begin to even pinpoint or try to even process why Yahweh does certain things. And that's why I said it ain't everything ain't for you to know on this side. You just gotta continue to walk in righteousness. And yes, certain things are a judgment, but at the same time, it's not always because you're wicked or whatnot.
That's right. That's right. Huh?
We got something quick with the accent.
Colossians 3:3.
This is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 3, and if you go to 22, it says, "But what is commanded thee, think thereupon with reverence, for it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are in secret." You know, because we in this flesh, you know what I'm saying? Not everything is given to us on this side. You know what I'm saying? Some things you gotta wait for the kingdom for, like the tribe of Dan, or for you niggas that can't get your mind around it, that the earth is round and not flat, man. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Right quick too, I got Ecclesiastes 7:1. It says, "A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth." You know, so you know what I'm saying? You're not really living on this side, man. And like I was saying, it's an art to it. You know what I'm saying? This is just the beginning stages. You know what I'm saying? We got the kingdom at stake. You know, we desire spiritual gifts. We ain't shit on this side. You know what I'm saying? That's why the elite man, they can't buy out GMS, man. They can infiltrate everything else, but they can't infiltrate, you know what I'm saying, what the Lord got going on.
Right. Hey, because on this side we under the curses.
That's right.
So we gotta know how to you gotta understand the do's and don'ts on this side. And we understand on this side, yo, likely is a chance that yo, man, we might get murked. So you gotta understand that, look, I need to prepare myself for the reincarnation because I'm gonna come back soon. You understand? You gotta, because on the other side, it's just gonna be the art of living. That's all it's gonna be. Us living just abundantly, just and we're not gonna die anymore. So on this side, you know, and like I said, man, brothers. The same spirits always come back, man. So you didn't die before, man, and I'm pretty sure you understood reincarnation then. So you was ready. So you got that out.
Yeah, it's Colossians 3:3.
Mm-hmm.
For you are dead, and your life is hid with Hamashiach Yahweh.
Yeah, ye are dead, and your life is hid with what?
Hamashiach Yahweh.
Khan. Keep going.
When Hamashiach, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory.
Right. So read the whole thing over again. It's like it.
This is Colossians 3:3, going down to 4.
Mm-hmm.
For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Hamashiach Yahweh. When Hamashiach, who is our life, shall appear, then ye also shall appear with him in glory.
Khan. So just like you know, just like father like father like son, you know, and son like our big brother, and you know, hey man, y'all was shot like a father figure to us, you know, he taught us a lot of things too, you know, so we gonna prepare in our glory too, you know, that's an art too, and you gonna come back in your glorious apparel, in the spiritual bodies that can't die, because these bodies supposed to die. It's to the earth. These the scriptures say that flesh and blood can't inherit the kingdom of heaven. So whatever you want to call it, die, perish, you can't come like this. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, we look forward to those celestial bodies anyway.
Yeah.
It said the first man was made of flesh, and the second man was of the spirit. So we're looking for those spiritual bodies anyway. Like I said, these bodies we living in now, they defiled. I can't enter into the kingdom of heaven in these. Like you said, we got tattoos, different diseases and stuff on the side. And the flesh is basically what makes you go off, what makes you sin. So when we're in those spiritual bodies, it ain't gonna be no sin, it's gonna be personal.
I want to call out the scripture the brother put, Arthur Sims. You know, this coincides right with what you just said. This 1 Corinthians 15:44, it says, "It is sown in a natural body, it is raised a spiritual body. There is a natural body and there is a spiritual body. And so it is written, the first man, Adam, was made a living soul. The last Adam was made a quickening spirit." You know, and that's like a twofold scripture, you know, because yeah, he had to give up the ghost per se, and that's pertaining to the scriptures, but we also know that the last Adam through the reincarnation was Yahweh Shai, you know. But
no, yeah, keep going. You got that?
Yeah.
Matthew 24.
Matthew 24 and 35.
Mm-hmm.
Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away.
Right. Yeah, right. Read that again.
Matthew 24 and 35.
Mm-hmm.
Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away.
Right. So that's why even having, meaning his word, which is Yahweh Shai, he's never going to die. He's always going to live, even when he's in the spiritual world. He's living with us. He manifested in us. That's what the scriptures talk about. That's his judgment is manifested in the brotherhood, in the great apostles, great millstone. They basically is the head of Israel right now, and they going by the scriptures. They going by the law, statutes, and commandments. It's manifesting in us.
Yeah, that's true. He said, he called us lively stones, building up the spiritual house, that 1 Peter 2 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
And he also said, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, that I'm in the midst of you. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord, he dwell within you. You know what I'm saying? Pertaining to that 1 Corinthians, I believe it's 3 and 16 through 17, man. You know what I'm saying? You are that temple. That's the key word. You got some?
No, y'all got it. I'm looking for something.
All right. That 1 Timothy 5 and 1, you know what I'm saying? That coincide with the elders, like I said, rebuking not an elder, but to treat them as a father. That coincide perfectly with the I was just saying. Because they are brothers, but you know what I'm saying? But you would treat them as a father and whatnot. But this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 30, verse I'm gonna start at 1. It says, he that loveth his son causeth him oft to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. He that chastiseth his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. Verse 4 says, though his father die, yet he is as though he were not dead, for he hath left one behind him that is like himself. So until the time is that he be reincarnated, you know what I'm saying? He left back, you know what I'm saying? Because he raised him up, like I said, he gave him that rod. So he made him, he chastised him, put him through those tribulations, those afflictions and whatnot. As Yahweh, the Father did Yahweh Shai, our big brother, man. You know what I'm saying? That's that whole Isaiah 53 going to that, man. About how they afflict, how Yahweh Shai was afflicted and whatnot, man. For our iniquities. You know what I'm saying? He did that for our iniquities, so we can have a chance at life. That's why he said he called us no more servants, but his friends. For the servant know not what his Lord doeth. But he said he told us everything, man. You got it, right?
Oh, go keep reading.
That Ecclesiastes.
Uh-huh.
All right, this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 30, verse 5. While he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him. When he died, he was not sorrowful. He left behind him an avenger.
An avenger, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, he left avengers, us.
Mm-hmm.
He left us, we the real avengers. We the, y'all took, once again, Yahweh Shai, he gave up his life. Y'all really ain't take it. But he left us behind avengers to avenge him and to keep pushing his truth until he come. Keep praying, keep fighting till I come to fight the real
God. Yeah, he only gave up the flesh. He ain't give up the spirit. Because he came back in the spirit. Mm-hmm. And that's proof that he's still living. The spirit living within us. So that's what I said. He had a period of time where the spirit came and still taught. But now the spirit is residing in us. And that's like what's that? Either 1 or 2 Corinthians 6.
They say the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. You know what I'm saying? You come back. If you was a prophet in the days of old, you're gonna be doing the same thing now.
And
you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if that was the one you was going to paraphrase or not.
7 and 13.
But you know what I'm saying? That all goes through the reincarnation if you can receive it. As a matter of fact, that's 1 Corinthians 14 and 32. And the spirit of the prophets are subject unto the prophets. You know. Brother making some good scriptures too.
You go ahead and read it.
One of them right quick. The GMS Without Remedy put up the Psalms 116 and 15. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints, man.
Yeah. Hey, since he said that, grab that second
All right, I'll
one.
get it.
Oh,
16. Oh, 116. All right. So what?
All right, Psalms 116 and 15.
Mm-hmm.
Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because of precious, because they didn't forsake the Lord. They died believing in the Lord. So that was precious. That's only a man can do more than that. A man, especially a Israelite man, only thing we can do is, when we born, we turn to the age of 12, we push the word, we do what men do, we believe in his truth, we have our own, we die as men and die believe in the Most High. Simple. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you guys want to
Just right quick, one of what you just said, Sirach 2 and 10. It says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
Yep.
Keep going. It says, for the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in the time of affliction.
Right, yeah. And the thing is, the art of darkness, because the Lord, he's the ultimate. He's the best of everything. He will kill your ass, man. You understand what I'm saying? The Lord will kill your fucking ass, no matter what. The Lord will fucking slay a prophet if you go off. You understand me? He'll drag a prophet, man. If he got to he'll kill you to make come back righteous. Start over. You don't play around in this thing, man. You don't play around in this thing.
Quick precept.
Yeah, kind of.
Brother Uncle Sims put up a real good one in Romans 14 and 7. It says, for none of us liveth to himself, and no man dieth to himself. For whether we live unto the Lord, and whether we die unto the Lord. Whether we live, therefore, or die, we are the Lord's. For to this end, Yahweh Shah both died and rose and revived, that he might be Lord both of the dead and living. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, the Lord, he got ultimate authority and dominion over us, man. You know what I'm saying? He said he made a vessel one to honor and another to dishonor. So ain't nothing that's outside his control, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything that he do is preordained. And like the Aqua said, in the Revelation, he said, I'm the Alpha and Omega, man, the beginning and the end. He also said he the King of Kings and Lords of Lords, man. Are we not a Lord unto our women? As Sarah said, you know what I'm saying, to Peter? Not Peter, Slakia. You know what I'm saying? Abraham, you know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing, man. We lords with a lowercase L, God's with a lowercase G in Psalms 82 and 6, man. But he said he Lord of Lords. You know what I'm saying? He above us. You got it, not?
Grab that. Second Maccabees 2, verse 1. No, 7, verse 1. So it's like
Second Maccabees chapter 7, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
It came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to take swine flesh, and were tormented with scourges and whips.
Now I'm gonna read this whole thing. Just brothers. So these 7 brothers and their mother, was getting some fucking Edomites was fucking with them and try to get them to eat swine flesh. This is, I believe, under the Greeks. So there was, and that's against the law to eat swine flesh. And they know, and they could have ate it, right? Now that's another that's dying a wicked death, because now you dying, you forsook the Lord, and then you broke his law, statutes, commandments, and now you want to live unto Caesar. You want to live unto to another nation. So even though you're still alive, you spiritually killed yourself. You got no morals. You let demons jump on you. and you basically you need to die there. You know. So now jump to same chapter. Jump to 13.
It's Second Maccabees 7, verse 13.
Uh-huh.
Now when this man was dead also.
Right.
they-
So they was just coming after the brothers, man, and none of the brothers punked out. They didn't bitch up. They took it. They took it. They took their affliction like a man, and they understood the art of dying because they knew they was all gonna come back righteously. They all was gonna come back sooner or later, and they knew the Lord was gonna be pleased of what they did. You know, they would not, and this is just goes to eating swine flesh, man. This you know, even though that's a real big sin, but brothers, man, you know, before I came in the truck, I used to eat that shit all the time, man. And then these brothers like, man, fuck that shit, man. You know, go ahead.
They tormented and mangled the fourth in like manner.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Keep going.
So when he was ready to die, he said thus, it is good, being put to death by man, to look for hope from Yahweh to be raised up again by him.
Right. See, he understood reincarnation. He understood the art to it. Read that part again.
So when he was ready to die, he said thus.
So when he was ready to die, so he prayed to himself. He's like, yo, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai gonna, you know, he gonna, you know, I know this on her for this moment. I'm gonna feel this pain for this moment, but I'm gonna have an everlasting life with him. This gonna always be remembered as some good that I did. You know, I'm gonna be healed by him, man. And this flesh is nothing. You gotta understand, man. When you get in situations, you be sweating, man. You know, you gotta actually put yourself there. It's deeper than reading the scriptures, man. You know.
It is good being put to death by man, to look for hope from Yahweh to be raised up again by him.
Yeah, to be raised up again. So what that proves, he understood that he was gonna come back again. He won.
As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life.
Right, and as for you fucking Edomites, you ain't gonna have no resurrection, because after them 1,000 years, you're gonna be put in basically in the pit of fire, man, and we'll never see you again. So he understood that, man. You know, he was probably thinking about, you know, how we gonna put your ass to fucking slavery and put you to death soon.
Right.
You know. Keep going.
Afterward, they brought the fifth also and mangled him.
No, you know what? Yeah, keep going.
All right, it's 15 again. Afterward, they brought the fifth also and mangled him. Then looked he unto the king and said, Thou hast power over man, thou art corruptible, thou doest what thou wilt, yet think not that our nation is forsaken of Yahweh.
Keep going.
But abide a while, and behold, his great power, how he will torment thee and thy seed.
Right. Yeah. The Most High is going to torment these other nations for even putting us to death all these years, man. Every time we look in the news, even though he's a 2/3 Israelite, is he not still an Israelite? You know, and some of you, even though you 2/3 deserve death, but the Most High still gonna destroy these nations for putting their hands on us just off of G. You know, putting their hands on the prophets. You know, we got how much shit they talk about us. You know, so the Most High is gonna deal with these nations. You know, so these nations gonna have to learn the art of death. They gonna have to learn that, and that shit ain't no joke, man. That's how.
If you don't mind.
No, yeah, kind. Yeah.
In 2 Maccabees 6 and 14, it says, For not as with other nations, whom the Lord patiently forbeareth to punish, till they become to the fullness of their sins, so dealeth he with us.
Right. So yeah. So and it's coming soon because World War III is going to be one big pull of death, man. Out in the Middle East, man. You know, and it's gearing up, and we understand that we coming to that time where look, Most High tired of all these other nations. He's tired of the 2/3. He's tired of these Edomites. He's tired of these Moabites. You know, and he finna teach them all a lesson. He finna make them understand that he is a part of all flesh. You know, the scriptures say he run all flesh. You know, and all spirits, man. You know.
Just a little bit.
Oh, go ahead.
Second Maccabees 6, I'm gonna jump to 16. It says, and therefore he never withdraweth his mercy from us, and though he punished with adversity, yet doeth he never forsake his people.
Right, he never forsook us. You know, he gonna have mercy upon us. You know, soon. You know, he gonna put that. He gonna put the laws, statutes, and commandments in our inward parts, where we don't have to go through the death, the cycle of death again. You know. Oh, you got something?
Unless you just keep going on.
No, you got something. Go.
This is Acts 5, start at 37. It says, after this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of the taxing and drew away much people after him, he also perished, and all, even as many as obey him, were dispersed. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of the Most High, you cannot overthrow it, because happily you be found even to fight against the Most High. And to him they agreed, and when they had called the apostles and beaten them, they commanded that they should not speak in the name of Yahushua, and let them go. And they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name.
Right.
Yeah, so the apostles was happy, man, just like how the Maccabees brothers went out, you know what I'm saying, with integrity. The apostles was rejoicing that they just got their ass whooped, you know what I'm saying, for the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, so you gotta take shit on the chin, man. You know, brothers don't know what's gonna happen to them in that day, man. All right, but just like the brother was saying early, the Most High left us these accounts, you know, to draw from that, you know, to draw from the spirit of the Maccabees, or to be in the spirit of, you know what I'm saying, Paul and the apostles. You know, the police might, you know, drag us out, beat our ass. Don't even lock us up, just start fucking us up, start fucking with the prophets. And this is the spirit we're supposed to be in. We're supposed to be laughing, because who are we to, you know, suffer for this name like that, for him to choose us, you know what I'm saying? And that was the spirit that the apostles was getting at that moment, you know. Yeah. They was just happy that the Most High chose them to suffer for his name.
Yeah. And that don't mean for brothers to sleep with a strap and a knife. Hey, whatever gonna happen, gonna fucking happen, man. Hey, you might be going to work, run up on you and rough you up and tell you to watch yourself, man. and you gotta be like, all right, you need to take it off. Like, fuck it, all right, it's a threat. Ain't gonna be my to threaten you, but you gotta understand, it is what it is. Hey, not for the Most High, man. Whatever you gonna do, you gonna do. You know, and just keep going to work and get your, you know.
The scriptures say though, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Fear not him that can only kill the body. You know what I'm saying? But fear him that can kill both the flesh and the spirit, man.
Yeah. Just 42 would say, and daily in the temple and in every house they cease not to teach and preach Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. You know, so they kept their integrity.
They kept doing it. Yeah, that's what they told them. Look, they scourged them, meaning they roughed them up. They're like, man, look, I just keep doing the work, man. Like, look, fuck all that. It's probably some brothers, you know, it don't say it in the scripture, but you know, some brothers like, man, I ain't even gonna teach it though. No, they probably wanted to teach, but like, no, they got. That's how niggas is though. The devil, he go hard. I don't think I want to be a part of that though. It just be like that sometimes, man. Like, you gotta keep going.
Talking right over there or something. Yeah. That's why I said that's why Yahweh Shai was the perfect example. Yeah. Because he knew 2/3 was going to deliver him up to death. He knew the Romans was going to kill him to death. Did he stop? Did he give up? No. He kept going. He kept doing the will of the Lord and not sinning. So you know what's to come. These things that you gonna be persecuted. People gonna speak wicked on your name and stuff like that. Man, just keep going. Just keep doing this work, man. You know what's to come in the kingdom, and that's why I said that should be more of the motivation for you to keep going. We in our last captivity. We at the end of this thing. Like, we at the end of the end. So it's not even Man, just like you said, this life right here ain't even
Right.
right. It ain't nothing. Everything here is defiled. Why would you even want to continue in this shit, man? Just keep doing the works and keep praying, keep fasting, keep being righteous.
I got
That's
something
right.
for you if you don't mind. 2 Corinthians chapter 4. I'm gonna start at 8. It says, "We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed. Always bearing about in the body." It's like, in the body, the dying of the Lord Yahushua, that the life also of Yahushua might be made manifest in our body.
Oh yeah, that spirit came out again. That's spirit though. You know, we are perplexed. These is people we getting attacked by every side, but you know, we still got the faith. That's the test. That's what it is. It all goes down to your faith, man. You know, it always comes down to your faith, man. You know, just you know, Lord God gonna have to put that spirit on you.
God,
That's what that
it
spirit
ain't
is
just
put
gonna
on
be
you.
about you keeping the commandments. It's
It ain't
gonna be
no-
about your faith and commandments. It's a mixture of both.
Mhm.
That's why I said the law ain't gonna save you. Of course, it was a schoolmaster to correct you, let you know where you're going off and that you are wicked. But that's why I said you gotta have faith in this thing. If you don't believe the words of the scriptures that Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua gonna save you from this thing, then you keeping the laws ain't gonna mean nothing.
I got a quick one for you. I
Come.
ain't gonna read the whole thing. This in Daniel.
It's like that's why I always have like as far as like Old Testament, like people who do with the Old Testament, they're carnal instead of spiritual. It's like that guy that like shows up from time to time, right, just to be a comedian or whatever. All right, but really he's more carnal than he is spiritual.
Yeah, yeah, and I found who you was talking about. Yeah, I found your YouTube page. He coming on our shit, he called us some bitches and shit. Yeah, so you know, but when you see it, see him in person, yeah, the guy,
He did lessons.
guy.
He does lessons in a fucking mask.
Yeah,
mask.
yeah.
Wow.
I see this whole. Yeah, I see your YouTube page. You calling us bitches and hoes.
That's like it took me a while because it's like I knew him like in the world and all that.
So you know what it is. Like,
Yeah, and like you know, I saw like when I first saw it, the Unity, I didn't really know. Like it took a while for me to like catch on and all that, but
yeah, he's calling us bitches, all types of shit.
you know, but you're wearing a mask and
But that's what
He like the KKK members.
he got faith in himself. Those Old Testament people, they got faith in themselves, man. They don't have faith in the Lord.
I got one right quick though. This is when Nebuchadnezzar was trying to get Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to worship that golden image, man. This is Daniel 3. I start at 15. It says, "Now if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a fiery furnace. And who is that power that shall deliver you out of my hands?" Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, "O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter." Yeah, so they're saying we're not careful, like they're not gonna hold their tongue or hold anything back to answer. You know what I'm saying? Because they had that faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. I'm gonna keep going. It says, "If it be so, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning furnace, and he will deliver us out of thy hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto you, so like it being known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship thy golden image, which thou hast set up." You know, so they basically said whether the Most High save them or not, we ain't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's that speaking to that integrity that the brother was talking about.
That's right. And give Proverbs 3 and 23.
It's Proverbs. You got it.
no, go ahead.
It's Proverbs 3 and 23.
Read it down.
"Then shalt thou walk in thy way safely, and thy foot shall not stumble.
Mm-hmm.
When thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid.
Right.
Yea, thou shalt lie down and keep thy sleep, and thy sleep shall be sweet.
Right, our sleep shall be sweet, man. Hey, brother, we don't lose no sleep, man. You Edomites don't scare us. You demons don't fucking scare us. You other scoffers and you 2/3, y'all don't scare us. The scriptures say our sleep shall be sweet. You know, hey man, I'm dreaming about the kingdom, man. Y'all don't mess with me. Y'all don't give me nightmares. Y'all don't give me it's hard for me sweating at night thinking about y'all. Y'all busting in my door. Fuck y'all, man. Y'all wake me up in my sleep. It is what it is. But I'm dreaming about the kingdom, man. About being with the brotherhood. We drinking wine with Yahweh Shah. We chariots flying over us. You know, with the women in the other room, whatever they talking about. You know, you know, we having a good time, man. You know, kids playing outside. We have. That's what I'm dreaming about. So y'all ain't gonna. So brothers in the truth, we sleeping sweet. The scriptures say, man.
That's because I'm fear of the Lord. Fear of the Lord, us fearing the Lord. Yeah. What's gonna happen? What He'd do to us if we don't keep pursuing in His truth. That's some more motivation. Yeah. Things that the Lord can do to us. That's us being left here for those Muslims and shit like that. That's stuff that keep us going. We don't fear what man can do to us.
Right. Quick precept, you know, man.
Just the last part on here.
You got it.
It's verse 20, Proverbs 3:25. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh.
Right. Hey, enjoy your life. Enjoy. The Most High said, look, enjoy this truth. Enjoy being with the brotherhood. Don't be afraid of nothing. Don't be afraid of the desolation. You good. If you're doing the right thing with Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, you're gonna be okay. Don't be even tripping on nothing. Just do what you do. Of course, live a righteous path, of course, but do what you do, you know. Don't even be thinking about, oh man, I hope this martial arts you don't bust my. Hey man, enjoy your sleep. You go drive yourself insane thinking like that.
Here it comes.
I told you not to be doing it. You dog your girl because she was cooking some pork the other day. I told you don't be in the kitchen at night time. No, what's good? Turn the lights on. No. But like brothers need to know, man. The Most High got you. You know, have full confidence in the Most High. You know, be like, look, the Most High, Yahweh Hashem, ain't gonna let nothing happen to me. If it does happen, well, it's just the will.
I got a quick precept for you. So, this is Revelations 2:10. There are none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So if we gotta get picked to death on the side, so be it. If I gotta get slaughtered in front of a group of people and hold my integrity and have them watch me get my head cut off just to show them, leave an example for them on what they need to do.
Oh yeah, so just like you guys see the end of the movie Braveheart?
Yeah. The guy, which was Jake's anyway.
Yeah, because like at the end when he was getting put to death, like
Mel Gibson.
like everyone was like, just ask for mercy.
Yeah.
Right, and then it's like no matter like what happened to him, like he did get like his head like chopped off at the end, but you know he didn't like give in, like even like yelled out instead of mercy, he yelled out like freedom.
Yeah.
Right, he had like, and some of his men were like watching him while that happened.
Right. And we ain't gonna be like Kente and give up, leave that example and give in. No, we're gonna have some integrity. And that's why I said those men who watch us, maybe that'll give them enough courage to do the same thing, to follow in those footsteps and not deny the Lord.
Quick
one for
I do this, if you don't mind. It's kind of lengthy though, but going back to what the Aqua was saying about this, you know, the bed shit, sleeping. It's Sirach 40:1. It says, great travail is created for every man, and a heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam. From the day that they go out of their mother's womb to the day that they return to the mother of all things. It says, verse 2, their imagination of things to come and the day of death trouble their thoughts and cause fear of heart. For from him that sitteth on the throne of glory unto him that is humble in earth and ashes, from him that weareth purple and a crown unto him that is clothed with a linen frock. It says, wrath and envy, trouble and quietness, fear of death and anger and strife, and in time of rest upon his bed, his night sleep do change his knowledge. All right, so you're trying your best to prep for it. I got a nightstand gun. I got a gun in the bathroom, gun in the kitchen. They change those songs. Yeah, one on the couch. God. It says, a little or nothing is his rest. Little or nothing. It says, and afterward he is in his sleep, as in a day of keeping watch, trouble in the vision of his heart, as if he were escaped out of a battle. When all is safe, he awaketh and marveleth that the fear was nothing, man.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Cause you know what? Because I say this, you say this to the brothers all the time. Fear is not real. What fear is your brain imagines something that didn't happen yet.
Illusion.
It is illusion. Of course, fear the Most High. That's a real fear. That's a real healthy fear right there. But outside of that, you don't gotta fear it. I mean, danger is real, you know, but you ain't gotta fear it though. Just hey, is here just like if you about to fight somebody. Okay, yeah, you don't gotta fear the person. You gotta fight. You gotta fight. You still gotta fight them, but you know, you ain't gotta be scared of them though. You know.
Yeah, I got one from and it's Psalms 18:2. It says, "The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my power, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler and the horn of my salvation and my high tower. I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies." You know?
Yep, you
So
got it.
like the brother was saying, man, as long as you know trying to do the right things and it's true to the best of your ability, you ain't got nothing to worry about, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? For real, that's why he said don't be scared. Even when the desolation come, man, we see chaos in the street, you know what I'm saying, fire everywhere. You know, don't be afraid, man. I mean, you know, there's gonna be some things we never seen before, you know, as it pertains to Daniel 12:1, it's gonna be the worst time ever, man. You know, but you know, Lord willing, he put his spirit on us to just stay strong, man.
All right, Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Yeah.
All right, so right now, like we're doing the things that fear the Lord. Like whenever we're on the highways and byways and all that. All right, people, you know, as far as like the fear of the Lord, we have people think like it's a joke and all that. All right, but then when some like but then when like the Heavenly Father, like when he makes like some shit go down, like they're gonna be the ones like panicking, like, but we're gonna be the ones like you know, like every time like on the news, you know, like didn't on Christmas Eve, like in Turkey, like you know, we're talking about you know, shit like that. We expect, you know, we expect like shit like that to happen.
Might even get a little kick out of it, a little laugh out of it.
I usually like get a drink or something. You just splurge on something special whenever, you know, some shit like that happens.
Quick precept. Unless you got something. No, I'm talking about how many.
Oh no,
This is first John 4:18. It says, hold on. Salakia. Salakia, I was looking at the wrong one. This is First John 4:18. It says, there is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear, because fear hath torment. He that feareth is not made perfect in love. So you shouldn't, you know what I'm saying, the two don't go together. You know what I'm saying? Same as a carnal mind, you know, a spiritual man and a natural man. You know, the two don't go together. You know, so you gotta be one or the other. You can't be hot or cold. You know what I'm saying? You can't be lukewarm. You gotta be either on fire in this thing, or you know what I'm saying, you're gonna get spewed out. So that perfect love gonna cast out fear. We ain't worried about Esau, you know, tapping in our phones and viewing our camera, you know, on the laptop while you ain't looking and shit, you know what I'm saying, without turning the light on type shit, man. Whatever they're gonna do. It's all ordained from the Most High, man. You got brothers need something else?
Ephesians 2:1. And close out.
This is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 1. It says, and you hath he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins.
The word quicken means bring back life. Brought you back, you know. Keep going.
It says, wherein time.
Oh, can't start.
Oh, Salakia.
Mhm.
Ephesians 2:1. And you hath he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins, wherein in time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air. Then that's Satan, by the way.
Oh yeah.
It says the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience, among whom also we all had our conversation in times past in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others.
All right, but keep going.
It says, verse 4, but Yahweh, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us, even when we were dead in sins, hath quickened us together with Yahweh Shah. By grace ye are saved.
Right. So here it is. We, once again, the art of death. Like we was dead. He brought us back. He was dead in sin. We walked to the course of this world. We was being niggas. We was smoking and just robbing people, our own people, doing what a wicked Israelite would do. But the Lord, He seen something in us, because we was there from the beginning. So we could have did something righteous. We could have did something righteous like in the last lifetime that we was there. See something in us, woke us up, and now we here now to through Yahweh Shah, of course, and now He had mercy upon us. He had mercy in His rich mercies. He had mercy upon us, man. So now we gotta stay dead to this world. We gotta die in this world, and live in this world, in this cosmos, So, you brother got son.
The brother's posted some good scriptures on the comment board. The brother, I'm gonna get the one GMS just preached, the Philippians 1:14. It says this, and many of the brethren in the Lord, waxing confident by my bonds, are much more bold to speak the word without fear. And that's all in all, what I'm saying, what you got to do. You can't be fearful in this truth, man. That once again, the spirit led back to that, they don't coincide with one another. And the other brother, GMS Without Remedy, had put up the Psalms 27:1. This says, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life, and who shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even my enemies and my foes, came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and failed. Because the Lord is our rock, He's our fortress, man. They said the righteous, call to it and it's safe, or run to it and it's safe, roughly paraphrasing. And I ain't gonna get into this topic unless you want to through the spirit. But the one brother had it was a while ago, he had posted the, about your boy. That's the one you love, that's Stephen. And Acts 6:5.
Yeah. Hey, the spirit, get the.
I got it.
Hey, get the ending part of that.
A 6.
A 6.
Let me get the one he called out right quick. Verse 5. It says, and the saying pleased the whole multitude, and they chose Stephen, a man full of faith.
Yeah, full of faith. Yeah, he had a healthy fear of the Lord, man. Full of faith. Yeah. You white piece of shit call him Stephen. Well, but that's a white boy name, man. The Stephen. Come on, man. Hey, you gotta, even though Stephen, that's not his Hebrew name, but that got some more flavor than Stephen, though.
God.
Stephen. Fuck out of here, man.
And of the Holy Ghost and Philip.
Yeah.
Or he started naming these names like Chorus and Nicanor and Timon. But which verse did you say at the end? You said verse 15. You want it? And they all sat in the council.
What chapter you in?
Acts 6.
You know what? You gotta. Is it Acts 7? Is it Acts 7? And jump to Acts 7 and 57.
All right. This is Acts chapter 7, verse 57. Then they cry out with a loud voice and stop.
You know what? 54.
All right. Acts 7 and 54. When they heard these things, they were cut to the heart,
precepts.
and they gnashed on him with their teeth.
Yeah, he was cut to the heart because Stephen had cut him, man. You know, the Lord put the spirit on him, and he was like, man, you know, basically he went in the history of Israel, man. How y'all ain't shit, you know, how y'all and how y'all forsook the Lord, man. And here it is, we brothers putting our life at risk every time we out there, and y'all give us the most hell, man. You know, so it's an art to it, man.
Time.
Mhm.
It says, verse 55, but he being full of the Holy Ghost looked up steadfastly into heaven
Mhm.
and saw the glory of Yahweh and Yahweh Shah standing on the right hand of Yahweh.
Right. Yeah. So here it is. Stephen is you know, he knew that these 2/3 wasn't gonna let up. They wanted blood. You know, they had a bloodthirst. They just wanted to kill him. You know, because he was in the spirit. Just like the brother said, don't mix. Someone that's righteous and people that's unrighteous, they don't mix, man. You know.
Mm-hmm. And it says, verse 57, then they cried out with a loud voice and stopped their ears and ran upon him with one accord.
Yeah, ran upon him. Yeah, ran upon him, man. You know, he probably, you know, they lost all morals. You know, here it is. You know, he preaching the word, and y'all ran up on him, man. You know.
That's right. Verse 58, and cast him out of the city and stoned him. And the witness laid down their clothes at a young man's feet, whose name was Saul.
That's speaking about Paul. Mm-hmm.
Okay. It says, and they stoned Stephen, calling upon Yahweh and saying, Lord, Yahweh shall receive my spirit.
Right, yeah. You receive me. And that's perfect because that was the art of dying, because Paul sing that. So he understood that art. He was like, man, look, man, because he was like, man, I want to die like this, man. He understood that further in his journey in his truth. You know, and that's why Paul said in Romans, he said, look, present your body as a living sacrifice, man.
Right.
He's seen Stephen do it, man. He's seen righteous brother do it. You gonna keep pushing. So Stephen brought Paul in the truth, man. He's seen it. He's seen it happen, you know. He's seen it with his own eyes. He thought of Stephen, like, man, I go out like my man Stephen went out, man. Like a real person, like a real servant of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man.
Last but not least,
To hell with you niggas, man. You know.
time. Hey, wasn't he the one, roughly paraphrase, I wish it was me that was a curse? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He would have rather have suffered that affliction than Yahweh Shah, man.
Oh yeah, I bet it was me. Yeah.
Last but not least, Acts 7:60, it says, and he kneeled down and cried with a loud voice, Lord, lay not this sin to their charge. And when he had said this, he fell asleep.
Yeah, he went to sleep. Y'all, you know, he gave up. The Lord took his spirit out of him, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
That's what
you know, you got something.
Yeah, 1 Corinthians. Well, you know what? Because we had made mention of, I'm gonna get this one first. In 2 Corinthians 6:14, it says, "Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion hath light with darkness?" So I just wanted to get a scripture because we kept saying, you know what I'm saying, the two don't go together, man. You know, you can't put the two together, man. Last but not least, unless y'all brothers got something else, this is 1 Corinthians 14:1. It says, "Follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy." So that should be your ought, man. You should be desiring spiritual gifts, you know, praying unto the Lord that he increase your faith, your wisdom, your knowledge and understanding of the scriptures. Because like I brought out that Isaiah 33:6, knowledge and wisdom will be the stability of that time, man. So you need to be praying for endurance, praying for faith, you know, for you, the brothers, whoever you may labor with, the 144,000, wherever they may be, you know what I'm saying? Whomever they may be, you should be praying for that, to desire spiritual gifts, you know. I guess with that, we'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well, and salutations to the Akim, that's called the four corners of the earth, you know, pushing his words, sincerity and truth, with all diligence, you know, in season, out of season, and with much charity. Hope this video was edifying. And with that, you know what I'm saying, death to America.
Shalom.
Shalom.